Welcome back to my channel, guys. I hope you're all having a great start of your week. Here we are, we're in December, last month of 2024, guys. We are all bloop, 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 heading to 2025 little by little. And I have to say that for me, there are two moments in the year where I get really excited about just reviewing my goals and taking care of my life in more of a conscious way of where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I want to do is September, back to school, and then January, New Year's. It's just two moments where I am so excited, and I do a lot of decluttering, reflecting, and setting up my goals and thinking about what I want for myself and the future. And this is where the idea of this series, guys, came up. I unconsciously always start to think of my goals, new habits that I want to implement for the New Year's, and things that I want to change in my life or add or whatever. I kind of always unconsciously do them between the month of November, December. People have been calling this kind of the winter arc, but for me, it was always unconsciously. I always, knowing that I was going into the new year, I start already thinking about what I want my year to look like, what I want to add and take out and start doing and all of that. Because it feels like once you are in the new year, you can be thinking about what you want your year to look like in a way. So I like to kind of plan ahead. Makes more sense to me. But I have to say, no pressure. There is no pressure to start anything on New Year's if it's not the right time for you. We can start any type of new habits. We can do anything we want at any given time of the year when you actually feel good and ready, instead of doing things just because it's the new year or, me, it's how I feel. I feel super excited. So I use this time to do this, but it can be at any time. As they say, there's no point of putting things off. If you want to start tomorrow, just go for it. There's no point of being like, oh, for the New Year's, I'll do this, I'll do that. Just go for it. And I think that's kind of what happened, especially these past few weeks. I started thinking of things and straight away putting them into my routine, not really waiting for 2025. So I can already start 2025 refreshed in a way. Anyway, so this is why I thought of this little series. It'll be a little 3-episode series. I know I'm sounding like a TV show, but I kind of reviewed and planned what I would want to film and when it would be posted. So it would be 3 episodes where I will get ready for 2025, and we're doing this together. So I can kind of show you the new habits I've implemented, and then I can also kind of tell you if I like it or not, if I'm going to keep them for the New Year's or not. All these little things that I feel sometimes we kind of touch on them in vlogs, but then I don't always review them or come back to them. But at least this time, because it's the focus and it's the main focus, I can actually be like, okay guys, I've tried this, it works, it doesn't work, I love this, I don't love this, I don't know. It'll be morning routines, nighttime routines, skincare routines, all the good stuff, all my favorites of 2024, books, movies, and TV shows and things like that. So it'll be 3 really fun videos. And of course, as usual, take the time to comment down below. Let me know maybe what are your plans for 2025? What are you planning on implementing and starting new and starting fresh? What are the books you're reading now to get you prepared? I don't know, anything that comes into your mind that you do to get ready for a new year. I'd love to read it because I do get inspired by you guys. A lot of you have already commented so many great comments that have sparked so many ideas, and that has helped me so much. So I'm always so happy to learn from you. Before starting a new year, if I were to kind of list the things that I like to do, I like to reflect on my year, the things that I loved, the things that I want to let in 2024 that I do not want to bring with me in the new year. But I do love to reflect on all the great things that happened. And I also start thinking, what are maybe the new habits that I want to implement in 2025? which I have already started this past week because we're Saturday today, and I've started since Monday a few new things that I will show you in this video. We also planned with Lisa all of 2025 for our brand TWINFLAME. I've planned also for myself, travels, things that I want to do. I've booked, tickets for weddings. I've just started to look at my year and be like, okay, this is happening here, this is happening there. It's just an overview. And I think it is so important to just plan some things ahead, because it just gives these moments in life that you have to look forward to. It's also the best way to get the big picture, and it actually inspires you to find new ideas for things. You are more aware of your surroundings in a way to be inspired for everything you want to do. Because as long as you don't know where you're going, you can't look at life and opportunities in the right way, in my opinion. So because I know what I want to do for 2025, where I want to go, all of these things, I'm going to be more conscious about my choices because they're all going to serve the big plan. I do look at my finances. I think it is so important to understand where you stand financially, especially if you're going to plan trips and things like that. It's the best way to understand where you can invest in life, in things that you want and all of that. So that's for me something I'm really going to look at. I'm going to look at my finances in a year, how I spent my money, how much I earned and all of that, especially as someone that doesn't have a steady income, because I'm a model and I now do influencing and things like that. I never had a normal steady income ever because I never had a corporate job. So I have always had to be extremely careful and intentional with my finances. So I have a way of doing it and a way of following it. I know money talks can be a little bit like taboo and things like that. And I wouldn't put numbers on anything, but let me know if you'd be interested to see the Excel sheet that I do for my finances. I personally love it because it gives me a great overview of how much money I need to live the life I want, in a way, the life that I have right now, where I can invest, where do I have an extra. It's just a great way to have a great overview, and it actually works for anyone that has a steady income or not. It's just a great way to understand how much you cost per month, because we all cost, we have, fixed costs, and where you can have an extra and things like that, or how you can put money aside. Super, super important. I've been extremely cautious with that all my life as a model and things like that. You don't have a choice but to be very careful with your money. And I think that I wouldn't have been able to be a model for such a long time if I hadn't been smart with my finances. So let me know if that's something you want to see in another episode, how I deal with my finances with an Excel sheet. It's very simple, but it's so good. Other thing that I do, so important, I clean my digital life. This is something nobody talks about. I mean, some people do, but I feel we don't talk about it enough. We have a double life. We have a digital life. And as much as we declutter our closets, we clean our kitchen and things like that, we do not clean our computers and phones, and we need to do so. I personally monthly take my iPhone album of my pictures, and I put, for example, September 2024, and I look at all my pictures at the end of the month, and I delete the 500 sunsets I took in different angles that do not serve any purpose. I just clean up everything, and it is a game changer. It's a game changer because you actually have an essence of everything that you need. At least you don't get your phones completely maxed out in terms of storage. So it's so important to declutter your digital life. So I clean out my computer, all the files. I put everything in the, how do you call this? Disque dur in French, my external disk. I put everything inside. Later on, we'll talk also about how I journal for the new year, how I love to write a letter for the new year, and how I do it and what I do. That is a whole other chapter that I will touch up on in the next episodes. This is very weird to talk like that, but it's fun. It's fun. It gives us things to look forward to. I also look at books that I want to read that are more self-development oriented, things that I want to read now in the new year that I feel match the fields where I want to improve in. One of them, so I have a question. One of them being productivity. So I am not an unproductive person. I'm pretty productive, and I don't have anyone to tell me what to do. So I have to plan everything out in a way where it's smart and it's quick and it's efficient. As I love to say, like, don't work harder, work smarter. Like, that is my motto in everything that I do. And I think since I'm a student, like, I've always been smarter than harder, because I think you can really gain time. And what I want to is kind of up my game in how I set my weekly tasks and how I get things done. I feel like I have a little ounce of procrastination on certain things that I don't want to do. And it really blocks me, and it also induces a little bit of anxiety when, you have to get things done and you can't because you don't want to, and you're like dreading the thing, and it goes down into your to-do list and down, and you're like, oh, I need to do it, but I don't want to. Like, I have a few of these things that I'm still battling in a way, kind of procrastination little things. And I just want to learn more about how you can be efficient, productive, and just be smart with how I lay down my tasks every week. I think I have a lot to learn still in this field, and I'm just gonna look for books that might help me with that. So if you've read a book that's helped you with that, I'd love to know. Then one of the things that I love to do, because I hate doing it, so I need a moment in my life that I'm like, yeah, this needs to happen. I need to be organized to start 2025, is to declutter my space. I have to say that I am pretty organized, though I cannot say that I'm a disorganized person. The way like I've organized, for example, my closet and things like that have stayed the same for this whole year. So I'm very proud because I don't have to declutter my closet or things like that. I'm very, very conscious of what I buy. So I'm not in a state of, I have too many things. Like, everything that I have in my closet, I know of and I need it. So I don't need to go there. But I did clean out all my vanity. Oh, I need to show it to you. It's all clean and perfect, and all my products are organized. And now I have, honestly, one last space that I need to organize, which is this little closet on my left. It's not complicated, but it's this closet where wherever I have something I don't know what to do of, I put it there. So I'm gonna take everything out and reorganize. But before, I want to show you two things. Oh, welcome in my bathroom, vanity. You're used to see this background, but you don't see the front. So I have here my sink, and then in the back, magic, ta-da! I have my vanity that it is not the most organized looking thing ever, but it is very organized for me. It's the best I could do. These boxes are from IKEA, and they're perfect because I could put them on top of each other, and I gained so much space. So on the top here is products that I don't use often. So like, this is all medication, this is tampons, and this is hair and face skincare and hair care that I don't use all the time, and this is body care that I don't use all the time. So on this side, I've done skincare, which I love. I bought these little transparent trays just to keep things organized. I bought this at McGrice. I will link it down below. These are little samples that I want to try out. And then here I have hair care. Here I have a few skincare, and this is all skincare. Then here I have a few things, and then, oh, isn't this the most adorable thing ever? This is my little Nina Ricci perfume collection. It's so cute. Look at this. The three like that bring me so much joy in the morning when I open my vanity. Here I have all makeup. So I have lips, eyes, and brushes. This is more complexion products. So anything that's blush, bronzer, foundation highlighter, and then here is eyeshadows and lipsticks. And I've organized everything and I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I finally added to my collection all the YSL products I was sent earlier this month, and I cannot wait to try them out. So many beautiful lipsticks and things like that. I cannot wait to show it to you guys. The other thing I wanted to show you guys, last year when I moved back into this apartment, I bought these little separator, drawer separator on Amazon, and it is so good. The thing is, I have small spaces and I have to make the best out of them, right? And the thing about drawers is you don't see anything. So you can't have ideas for looks because you can't see what you actually own. And now that I have everything into these little separators, and so everything is, you know, organized like so, I get to see everything that I have, and it is so practical. I'll link them down below, of course. Like even for my, for example, yoga sets, I put the pants and the matching top together because I know I only wear sets, so I have, you know, everything in one separator. It's really nice. And, you know, sweaters and things like that, like some things are missing because I have laundry to do, but it just is amazing. And to be honest, I have not had to take everything out and refold everything in a year, which is something I would have to do monthly when everything was one, you know, piece on top of the other. I haven't had to do that. So that is such a gain of my time. Ta-da! This is the little mess that I need to tackle. How cute is my Heaven Mayhem box sitting right here in the library? See, it looks so nice. And I have all my jewelry in it. So nice. I mean, my Heaven Mayhem jewelry in it. I need to take everything out. Okay, this is funny. I need to show you guys this. This is my sister's boyfriend that gifted me. It's a saving box. And what you do is you take a whatever scent you have and you put it here. Isn't it so cute? You can save your little scents in here. If you've noticed by now, I love to buy little containers because it just makes the space way more organized, because this little shelf honestly was a mess all the time before I bought these gorgeous little containers. Because if you pile things this way, it just falls off, right? So having these little containers just made a huge difference. I also bought these at Muji. They're gorgeous. They're kind of a linen fabric, but they're still sturdy. They're plastic inside, and they're just really, really pretty. They're beige, they're chic. They have this little handle, and I don't know, I think they're really perfect. They were perfect for my space, and I kind of organized them in themes. So these are all my sunnies. This is Lisa, whatever she leaves behind. This is kind of tape and pens and things that I need when I work, and this is all electronic stuff. And I have plenty of paper and things to organize, so I'm just gonna pop everything out. There we go. In this container, I actually have all my sunnies organized like this, which is so practical because I do like to have them kind of where I get ready before I get out of the door, because it's kind of, sunny is my last piece, last item that I'm gonna put on. So I like to have them handy right here. And I have all of them here. And you know what? I was just gifted a new pair of Velia eyewear, which now, I guess they've changed their packaging. How gorgeous is this? It's this brown box. It used to be this gray. you're dreading to organize a space in your home, know that I was too dreading to do my vanity, doing this. I was like putting it off. And it's so funny how once you're in it, you're like, okay, yep, I'm organizing, I'm doing all my papers and all that. So you just have to start. If I have one advice, just start, because this right now was, I did not want to do it because I had all these papers to kind of look into and all that. And I was really not in the mood. But now that I did it, I was like, okay, what am I organizing next? And this is extremely satisfying. So there we go. Monday morning today. It's around 7:30 a.m. and yes, it's still super dark outside, and I have to say that is one of the things I struggle with in winter, is waking up and not getting direct sun and a little bit of sunshine to kind of wake your mind up. I look at the surroundings and I'm like, maybe I should go back to bed. That's the feeling it gives me. As you saw, as soon as I wake up, I have a huge glass of water. I do not know how to start my day any other way than having a very big glass of water to kind of reset my system, get it going. And it's kind of my way to telling myself, this is it, the day is starting, let's get ready, let's wake up. And then I follow up with this. This is what I'm making right now. It's kind of been a new thing if you've watched this channel the past few months, in October I had a hernia in my upper back. And so my doctors told me to try and have a more anti-inflammatory diet, that would speed up the process in me feeling better. And I think it really did work, because as soon as I kind of was very careful with my diet, the pain started little by little kind of going away. And today I'm happy to say, touch wood, I haven't been feeling any pain for a good 2 weeks. So that's been great. In the morning, I always love to start with the first type of beverage that's not coffee, that's not anything. So I could have hot water with lemon. I could have hot water with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. But I saw this recently and I thought it was an interesting little mixture to do and to have. So it's 1 tablespoon of olive oil and just half of a squeezed lemon. And the reason why I did this is because olive oil has a lot of vitamin K, vitamin E, and polyphenols, which are very powerful antioxidants. So that was exactly what I needed when I had the hernia. I needed something that was going to suppress inflammation. And then, in lemons, you have a lot of vitamin C, which is something we all need, especially in wintertime, and flavonoids that also suppress inflammation. Then right before this, I actually had my vitamin C, which is this one by Novoma. It's vitamin C liposomal. If you want a vitamin C that's super well absorbed by your body, look for a vitamin C that's liposomal. Super important. This one I love, makes a huge difference in my everyday life. And now I'm gonna have this. I love this. I actually really love the taste of olive oil. I personally have a lot of olive oil in my diet. I think it's maybe because I grew up in the south of France, or in France in general, we do have a lot of olive oil in our diets. And I think it's very, very good for your health. I am now going to meditate. So this has been one of the things that I wanted to add in my routine, and I've been struggling so much just because I think I wasn't adding it at the right moment. And the reason why I'm saying this is, I am a huge fan of this book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. I cannot recommend it enough to read it once in your life because there is so many interesting tools to learn to be able to just implement new habits in your life, and just understanding how habits work and all of that. I really recommend reading it. One of the methods he has is called habit stacking. Habit stacking is associating a new habit to a current one so that it kind of have a cue for you to do it. What he explains is just adding a habit any given time of the day doesn't work because you're just going to forget to do it because it's not a habit yet. And so with this method, you do not forget about it because you know that, for example, every day you're going to wake up and have a glass of water, for example, and then you add whatever new habit you want right after it because that's going to be your cue to remember to do it. And so for me this time, I decided to stack meditation right after my little first beverage of the day, my little shot of olive oil and lemon. And I did it all last week and it worked. It worked every day of the week. I meditated from Monday through Friday. Did not in the weekend, but that's okay, I guess. And yeah, I meditated from Monday through Friday. It was a 6 to 10 minute meditation every day and it was awesome. I love meditating. And what I love about meditating is I'm not at a point where I can say that I can shut off everything, all the noise in my head. And, I'm not a advanced meditator, but what I really get from it is just the breathing. Oh, the breathing, guys, is like just to breathe in the morning really well. For me, it's like cleansing my system. It makes me feel so good. It made me feel so relaxed. And I just really, really enjoy it. And so what I love also is that the combo is like I wake up, I have a glass of water, I have my little shot of olive oil lemon, and then I meditate. And in this little span of 15 to 20 minutes, I don't look at my phone. Nothing like else matter than getting this little part of my morning routine in. And it's just been really easy, and habit stacking really, really works. At least when you stack it well, because I have tried to stack meditation on top of something else and it didn't work because I guess, I don't know, it just didn't work. But this way it has been working, so I'm super excited. For meditation, I use an app called Insight Timer, which is kind of a YouTube for meditation. You have a free part and then you have one that you could pay, but I only use the free version and is pretty much enough. What is a little bit tough is maybe to find a creator you love, but I have a few that I love and I'll put their names down below so you can search them on the app. And I do their meditations, so I really, really enjoy it. I'm now gonna do a 6-minute meditation called Cultivating Focus. It's really nice, really lovely, gets you really into the zone quickly.
Hello and welcome. My name is Manoj, and today we're going to practice a focus meditation. So there are many ways we can practice focusing in meditation practice. Today's practice will involve counting, and it will focus on paying very special attention to a certain gap that occurs after your out-breath.
Time for breakfast. I'm not very hungry, so I prepared this little bowl of yellow kiwi, clementine, and a little bit of nuts, which is everything I was craving this morning, so it's perfect. And I'm now, okay, we have some big news, guys. So this kind of happened, remember I said, oh, I was supposed to cook coffee, but I couldn't, it just didn't work. And I bought this alternative to coffee called Herbal Coffee, which I'll show you. Bought this from this brand called Cosmic Dealer, and it's called Herbal Coffee. And it's a mix of chicory and maitake blend, which maitake is mushrooms. And I tried it on camera and I was really impressed because I felt like I was drinking coffee. But I couldn't find myself drinking it because I just wanted to have what I knew would work for me, which is coffee. Last Monday, I woke up and I had no more coffee. And I am not one of those person that's gonna run down to the supermarket at 7:30 a.m. to buy coffee. So I was like, well, maybe this is my time to try this. So, guys, I have not had 1 cup of coffee for a week now. It's insane. So this is incredible. To me, it has the taste of coffee. Someone that's a coffee addict, I think, will not like me saying this, but for me, this has kind of a taste of coffee, so it really works. It looks like coffee. And what I love is that it doesn't have this very strong taste of coffee. And so it doesn't linger in a way. I don't know. I really adore this. So we're gonna prepare this now. Add a little bit more there. And so what I read about chicory is that it has inulin, which is a prebiotic, so it's amazing for gut health. It really helps to absorb better magnesium and calcium, which is things we do need for our body. It supports liver health, it supports your immune system. It has, once again, polyphenols, which are powerful antioxidants, just like in the olive oil. So I mean, this is like really, really good. Regarding of how I feel, I have to say, so after I have a cup of this, I feel the same than after I have coffee. Like I have that little of energy, the little spike of energy, but I cannot say anything yet because it's only been a week and I'm really excited to see how it's gonna go within a few weeks. And this is why I'm super excited to do kind of these series. It's because I can really get to update you guys on how I feel on all these things. So this is so exciting. So it's week 1, I've done week 1 and we're starting week 2 of chicory. So we'll see how I feel. I add some boiling water, some hot water. See how it looks like coffee? And because I kind of give a little stir with my frother, there, just make this little tiny cup. It looks like coffee. Gonna work out, but before I just did my little oral routine, which consists of, I love to oil pull. I cannot say that I do it every day, but today I did it, and I really, really love doing it. Oil pulling is swishing, just putting a little teaspoon of coconut oil, put it in your mouth and you swish it around for like 5 to 10 minutes. It is a technique that comes from the Ayurveda world. To do it in the most, I would say, economic way, you just buy coconut oil and you swish it around. But I use this swish serum, as they call it, from Living Libations. It's the Happy Gum Oil Swishing Serum. And the reason why I like this one, it's because it has cinnamon, it has mint, it has tea tree, so it gives a little bit of a taste that I personally really enjoy that you don't get with the coconut oil. It's just a great way to really cleanse your mouth. That just feels very different from just brushing your teeth. Then I brushed my teeth. I used my Marvis, it's the whitening mint. And then once I'm done, I do a little tongue scraping. I do not know where I purchased this, but I will just link one below. But this cannot live without. I cannot live without my tongue scraper. I do it as soon as I wake up in the morning, a few passes, and then I do it after brushing my teeth. It's just a way to really cleanse your tongue in a way that is unmatched, and it just makes your mouth feel extremely fresh and clean, and it's amazing. And I know that it also has some really good benefits for your health because you have a lot of bacteria that's on your tongue, and instead of swallowing them, you kind of put them out. To make that simple. Anyway, I'm now going to do a little Be the Method workout. It's going to be a 30-minute deep core. I'm not in the mood to do much. It's Monday. I want to start to get working, and yeah, I'm just going to do that 30 minutes. It'll feel good, and that's it. Oh la la. I do have a pretty packed day because I'm working all day from home, and at 3 p.m. I'm heading out for a modeling job. So it is going to be a long day, but it's nice. It's nice to start the week like this. To end this video, I really wanted to answer one question that I get so much. I just got ready to go to dinner. This is why I'm looking a little bit overdressed for this section of the video compared to the rest of it. This question that I got so many times is, how do I stay motivated? And I felt like it really matched the vibe of the video because talking about habits and things like that, it made me think about this question. And when I read this question several times, I always was like, okay, what makes me stay motivated in life? So I really took like a week where I was noting things on my iPhone to really understand what were the key things in life that I do or that I feel that keeps me motivated. And I ended up finding three key things. So let's get into it. The three key things are planning, balance, and gratitude. And I'm gonna get into each and one of them. I'm gonna start with planning. Planning is the most dreading thing ever. I do not like to plan. It freaks me out because you're like, oh my God, all these things needs to be done in a way, you know? But it's also the most motivating thing, and the thing that is going to make you gain so much time. So I have started planning, we've completely planned 2025 for a brand with Lisa. Ever since we've done that, everything has been so crystal clear in our to-do list, week by week, month by month. Everything has been easy. We've been super productive and performing, and it's just so interesting. And in the end, so motivating because you get things done, getting closer to the goal. And then in my personal life, I also have been planning a lot, and it's everything. Like, what do I want to be doing in January? What are the travels I would like to do in 2025? And thinking about them, being like, oh, let me plan a trip that month because I feel like I'm gonna need some sun. What am I gonna do this summer? You don't have to literally book your ticket, but just putting it down on a paper to know what you wanna be doing. First of all, is setting an intention, is putting that seed out there. It's a little manifestation vibe, but it just gives you such a peace of mind. And it really made me motivated, knowing, okay, I'm gonna be traveling with my friends there, and I'm gonna be doing this, and I'm gonna go to this wedding, and I wanna be doing this for myself, for my job, and by the end of the year, I wanna be done with that, just little things that are planning, but in the end, they're also attached to my goals. And it just kept me very motivated, and on a daily basis, it also kept my planning very clear. Second is balance. So what I mean by balance, I recently listened to a podcast by Pia Mintz. It's called Pia's Pod. She is the founder of Heaven Mayhem earrings. And she did an interview with someone called Mimi Bouchard. I don't recall what is exactly her title, but she has an app called Superhuman, which is an app for meditation. But she doesn't call them meditations, she called them activations. I haven't been able to listen to them yet because I've downloaded the app and I need to subscribe because it's, I think, $30 per month. But I really want to check it out because I'm very curious to see what this, how do you say, activations are. It's super interesting. Like apparently she has daily walk activations and things like that. So I'm very curious to try that out. You know, she's like, it's amazing to have habits, to say, okay, every day I'm working out half an hour, I'm not drinking alcohol, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that, to have, you know, a healthy life. But she says, what's important is your bounce back rate. And what she means about this concept is like, you're gonna be, okay, I don't wanna drink as much, you know, I don't wanna have drinks, anything or whatever, but you go to a party and you have a drink and you have another one, and then you're like, okay, now I'm gonna stop because I'm more in a vibe where I want to not have too many drinks, so I'm now gonna stop, and that's kind of my bounce back rate. Or, you know, you decided to work out every week and you're not gonna work out for 2 days, and you're like, okay, now I'm gonna work out again, bounce back rate. Like, how long does it take you to go back to your habits? And what I found about this concept is that it's so interesting because that's where you find balance. In this way, I mean, is that it is so nice to have a routine. It is so nice to have habits, but the reality of life is that you need to be flexible because you need to still be enjoying life. And I personally found myself at some point, sometimes where I had such set routines that if anything would come in the way of it, I'd be super frustrated. You know, I wouldn't welcome the everyday life. I wouldn't welcome the unknown, and I would be frustrated. You know, it would be something very simple. I would be in my routine and someone would be like, hey, I'm in your neighborhood, let's go grab a coffee. And I'd be like, no, I can't, you know, because I have to finish my routine. But then I was like, this is so sad. I haven't seen my friend in 2 weeks. I could have a coffee with her just because I wanted to do whatever, you know, like it's okay to not work out for a day as long as I can go back to it. And I know, I trust myself of going back to it. And so this is where I find also balance. I think staying motivated in life is also attending to little pleasures and to having fun. And so the balance is so important, to not be too rigid to the point where you'll get frustrated about your life. If you trust yourself that you're like, okay, I'm not gonna work out for 2 days because I'm not feeling it, but I know I'll get back to it. That's life, you know, that's living life. Because you know that you'll get back onto the train and you'll get back into training. But for now, like today, what makes you feel good is to not work out. And you trust yourself that you'll go back to it. And I thought, that was the second thing. I was like, yeah, balance in life is everything. Lastly, gratitude. So gratitude came from, once again, the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. He says, when you do things, so for example, you say, I have to go to school. I have to work out. I have to get up early. Change it to, I get to work out. I get to wake up early. I get to go to school. And to me, when I read this, it was so powerful because I really believe that words are very powerful in your everyday life and your inner dialogue is so powerful. That's really sparked something so interesting in my brain. I was like, yes, I get to wake up early, you know, I get to go and work out. Because my body's healthy and I get to do it. And I think that's where it sparks like a natural gratitude in your mind. So I've been really using this whenever I'm like, oh, I have to. And I was like, no, I get to do this. That's like such a simple trick, guys. But when you're not motivated to something, just change that word from have to get. You'll see how instantly in your brain, everything is like, wow, I get to do this. So yeah, that's my 3 key tips for staying motivated. This is definitely a reflection en cours, as we say. I think there is a lot of little moments where I'm like, oh, there's gonna be this also and this also. And if you guys have key things where you're like, that's what keeps me motivated, I'd love to know. But yeah, these are the 3 things that for me has really helped me stay motivated. I am about to leave and I'm wearing a piece that's actually making me remind me of something that I needed to tell you guys. As you know, Lisa and I have launched our blog. It's called TWINFLAME The Edit, and it's a curated space of all the things we love. Last week was 19 looks for the festive season, and one of them being actually the dress I'm wearing, which is this gorgeous Nina Ricci dress. And it's such a gorgeous post. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend to, because it is such a lovely project and we've been having so much fun thinking of the articles and the next one, and it's just been such a great way to create little mood boards and create looks for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. I wish you all a gorgeous Monday, a gorgeous week. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like this little fun little get ready with me for 2025 segment, and yeah, I wish you all a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you are, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.